A US Court of International Trade has ruled President Donald Trump overstepped his authority when he imposed steep tariffs on foreign nations. Let's bring in our North America correspondent, Lauren Day, who joins us from Washington. Lauren, hi there. What do you know about this ruling then?
Well, Lorna, you might remember that when Donald Trump announced these tariffs, including the ones on China, Canada and Mexico, but also those sweeping reciprocal tariffs that Australia was caught up in before they were suspended temporarily, he used this 1977 federal economic emergency law. He said that was warranted both to stop the flow of fentanyl into the United States, but also to address the trade deficit that the US has with much of the world. Now, after that, a group of businesses and states launched two separate lawsuits. And in one of those, now the US Court of International Trade has ruled that the president overstepped his authority and that the law does not authorise him to use emergency powers to issue tariffs. We haven't heard from the president himself yet, but the White House spokesman said it's not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency, and that Mr. Trump would use every lever of executive power to address this crisis. Now, this decision gives the Trump administration up to 10 days to halt this tariff regime, but the Department of Justice has already said that they will be launching an appeal. So this is a major setback for the Trump administration and Donald Trump in his wide-ranging tariff regime that will likely end in a legal stoush that will probably, no doubt, make it all the way to the Supreme Court.
All right, the other news, Lauren, out of the US this morning has been that Elon Musk is leaving his role at Doge. We knew it would come. What's he said exactly?
Yeah, big news, Lorna. Elon Musk has taken to his platform X to say that his time as a so-called special government employee has come to an end, and he also thanked President Trump for allowing him to address some of the, what he says is wasteful spending within the government. Of course, he's been a constant and controversial figure in the Trump administration for months now as the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. He came into that role, you might remember, with a chainsaw, saying that he was going to make up to $1 trillion worth of cuts to what he said was wasteful spending in the federal government. He's fallen far short of that, and in the process done a lot of damage to his own brand, his own reputation, his own businesses. Of course, Tesla's share price and sales are way down as much of that progressive customer base that often buy his EVs have really been turned off by his role at Doge. And his announcement also comes just after he was critical of Donald Trump's signature policy, this so-called big, beautiful bill, which is a massive spending bill that has been passed recently. He has said that it would increase the federal deficit and undermine the work of Doge. So it's really been a turbulent journey for the billionaire over the last few months, and no doubt he'll be happy to head back to the private sector and leave government to the White House.